Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore. Wait a minute, this music isn't right, the scene isn't right. Hang on. That's more like it. And now it's time for the show for all creatives. Nevermind the Furthermore. Your source for conversation, inspiration, and fun. With your host, Nicholas Anthony Tockert. He's an artist, a writer, a swordsman, and a game designer. He knows how to use the sword and axe in historical battles without anybody getting hurt too much. He's also the Manatee Man, master of marketing. And he may even have a guest or two. One thing, though, to be certain. Just don't call him a cryptid. With that, it's about time for the show. So sit back, enjoy, and have some coffee and chat with us.
Good morning, Nevermornings. I'm your host with the most, Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert, coming at you over the airways on WNTF. Nevermind the Furthermore. Nevermind the Furthermore is brought to you with the love and support of our good friends over at the Independent Creator Directory. That's indiecd.org, your one-stop shop for the best and the brightest authors, artists, musicians, and other creatives. If you are looking to join their number and you want to be hosted online and not have to worry about the blatherings of billionaires whining that they're not trillionaires or whatever's next, you can. And using code podcast1, that's podcast1, you can pay your one-time lifetime fee of what would be currently $40. You'll only pay $20. However, it's going fast. The slots are filling up. So go in and get on there. It's a great community. It's a great place to be hosted. It's a great place to send people where if you're like me and you're excessively diverse in your efforts, not necessarily your melatonin, melanin, not melatonin. I'm neglecting of my melatonin. That's why I'm usually awake. No, you can go there. Now, we are also brought to you by... Sorry, my stuff stack started to fall. The Simple Sword, the Fighting Axe, and the Simple Spear, all part of my ongoing series of Western martial arts manuals designed to help you go from having never handled the sword to teaching the art to others. The Big Stompy Robots line of books and games, because blowing things up should be a family affair. And, of course, Hates in Hellfire. A dark secret has claimed 2 lives and is hunting an innocent child at the edge of the Appalachian Mountains. Only his aunt, a plucky reporter, her cameraman, and a very odd cat stand against the forces of darkness. Ba-doom cha. Now, we're going to get right into accountability. Last night was my D&D night, so I spent a lot of time in my prep running D&D for the kids at the Benton County Public Library. Well, the teens, they're kids, but they're a little more than the kids, because my program is for ages 13 and up. And it's great. It's always filling and joyful to be out there and do that. Tragically, I was not able to see Alec last night due to, I believe, some health reasons. A little under the weather. They were missed. So, Alec, if you're watching this in lurker mode somewhere, you were missed, bud. You're probably doing your homework. You should be. We had a lot going on. I've been trying to talk to companies and things about relative to my side program on here, Nick Knows Nerf. So I have some new stuff there. I will be doing a video for the second part of the Siren Blaster. That's coming up. I'm excited about that. I like to think that my channel is a bit of a variety show. You're never quite sure what you're going to see. I also want to put a huge shout out, especially to Joe Bachman today, who is lurking in the sidelines. I know many of my viewers are under the path of the hurricane. And yeah, I saw that. That was funny, Joe. That was beautiful. The second I say that, he just blinks off his thing just to mess with me. That, or he's trying to text out help in Morse code. I don't know Morse code that well. But I say Morse code, and I know it's Morse, but maybe some fancy feast is involved. I'm not sure. But I had an exciting run. Now, I will admit my mood is slightly dampered by the news of the passing of Maggie Smith. Powerful, a powerhouse of an actress, a brilliant and beautiful woman. Her loss will be felt now. But she was also the kind of person who brought a lot of joy to people. And I believe that when that kind of person passes, the last thing they want is a lot of people needlessly brooding over them. For God's sake, the woman's British. Stiff upper lip. Have some tea and get it done. There is an acronym that I will not use that Alfred has referenced, and we will stick to that. Okay? So, today, we are going into the weekend. It's Friday. And while the storms are lurking and Net is flirting and the weather is, I was going to rhyme, but I'm not going to nut the green room myself this early in my broadcast if I can avoid it. It's a great time to find a comfy place, grab your laptop or notebook, or just do like I do and shamelessly hammer away on your phone and knock out a few pages, maybe do some artwork. I will be doing a whole bunch of art in the very near future because I have some projects to do. I do need to address a couple things that were requested of me. I was asked why I'm not doing a lot of traditional art. I'm not doing a lot of traditional art because as part of the Windows 11 update, suddenly it can't talk to my printer. My scanner. Because for some reason, it's no longer choosing to support my scanner. What works fine has worked fine for many, many years. That's okay. My scanner will move when I redo my back office to my old computer where I can still use it and tennis shoe my way in until I get a higher res scanner that I've been needing to get anyway. It's just a few more digits than I have money for. This is also the time of year where I get to pay for my DeviantArt annual account of $100. Yes, I pay $100 to make sure that my gallery is safe. I was on there 20 years before I started having to pay for anything, and that was by choice. So I think it's awful cool of them. But it does mean that about this time of year, things start getting a little tight. Thank you to the folks who have asked for commissions. I have banging those out as I am able to. Thank you for the individual who just paid for their commission because that put me quite a bit closer to paying off the 100 and then being able to start just dumping money into the scanner plans. Woohoo! I don't know if I mentioned it, but Joe Bachman did send me a lovely box of magic cards to take to the lovely children of Earl Park so that they may play Magic for those who can't afford it. I'm just going to go through and sort out the Magic cards, make sure they're all, in at least our low standards of quality, and that nobody slipped anything weird like a Yu-Gi-Oh card in there. That happens sometimes when you do bulk orders. And because I love my brother, I'll probably arrange them by color so he doesn't have to sit there and divvy it up. So that will probably be one of my activities. I will be offline Saturday because I'm going to be so busy doing things that I won't really be talkable. Mostly family stuff. Nothing bad, just busy. So if that happens, that happens. I see a button. Oh, that's delightful. StreamYard has added a couple very interesting little features to our stuff, including the ability for me to go, "Oh, holy Nick," and then, "Hi, welcome to the Instagram compatible StreamYard," and of course, the nice rounded corner version. And we can keep things sharp though, just because we have the ability to. Got to play with the toys when they come out. Now, in light of that, I think what we'll do is we will just drop into Joe's ad and we'll get into the chat because you guys seem to have woken up and are starting to get going. And while I have some interesting things on the docket, what you guys are doing is always more interesting. So I want to know about that. I will be back at you in the scroll wheel on my mouse is starting to go out, so there's a little bit of annoyance when I reflexively go for it. I will be back to you guys as soon as we have that minute and a half. So see you soon. Bye. Alrighty. I will give you guys a bit of warning. Our happy internet is cruising at a finally stabilized at a 2 megabytes per second in and out, which means we are stable for now. But as the weather approaches, it may or may not go boink, boink, boink. In that case, poor Joe will fly in like a superhero, which it happens. Now, High Vis Man. What can High Vis Man do? He can close your roads, so don't annoy him. But you said hero. Oh, one man's hero is another person's villain. Look at Dr. Doom. Anyway, first through the door is Don Dulas. Good morning. Good morning, Don. And here comes the dawn. Shooby-dooby. Here comes the dawn. Not like that. Geez, green room yourself, young lady. Anyway, Dawn is the creator of Her Fashionable Felines. And you can read about them on facebook.com/ Buddy and Georgette. But neat adventures of her orange cats trying to find the lost brain cell. Hope everyone is staying safe and attempting to be dry today. That's the plans. I did have plans for a lovely range day, Nerf style, out in the front. Actually, out in the side yard, because that's the longest straight, with the assistance of my beloved wife and possibly son, if he was going to cooperate, just to put a whole bunch of blasters side by side and record it. But given the fact that we're looking at potentially having 50-mile-an-hour crosswinds, I'm sorry, Joe reached over and he did the scratch thing, and it looked for all the world like somebody else's hand had reached over to touch his shoulder. And I still have a couple days before official spooky season, so I shouldn't be on the clock this early. Rower. Yes, I know, Joe. And Trelita says, morning, no internet at the office, so I'm super discombobulated today. What super discombobulated super suit look like? I'm sure spandex has evolved. Hey, Donna Trey. Hey, Donna. Back to playing old school solitaire on the computer then. This is the way. Hey, Don and Donna. Donna and Don. Yeah, I'm where I'm supposed to be. No, I'm working from the home office today. Kitty cats are thrilled. I bet they are. But it's probably a good day to stick around home anyway. Absolutely. And Don is both covering the situation and making a request, so I will be more than happy to oblige as soon as my scroll mouse lets me. Here we go. Greetings. Yep, we're gonna hammer our way through some greetings here. And greetings. Joe is not just in a mood, Trey. Joe is in all the moods all at once. I am a mood. Dun, 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 dun. Well, yeah. Hey, Joe, and not Joe in NDCD? Absolutely. Which reminds me, if you're watching this on Kick, we have not been able to get your comments. StreamYard supposedly is working on it. What I have had in the past is the amazing Joe Bachman watching on another screen to tell me privately when there are comments from Kick about the programs. As that's not fixed yet, I'm going to be ceasing my broadcasting to Kick, simply because if I can't respond to you, a lot of the benefit of the show isn't fair. So please hop on over to the Nicholas Tockert at YouTube channel, or youtube.com/@NicholasTockert. One of these things. And watch there where I can see your comment, or the Indie CD channel. But we do get comments from Twitch currently, so we will still be there. I want to be able to interact with you guys properly because you all fascinate me. I love my audience. You're amazing creatives who get and give incredible support. And you're why I keep doing this many days a week. Not as bad as Joe, but it is grotesquely appreciated. And Thesis says, morning, Don Trey, and all his other personalities. Yes, Thesis will be having a broadcast tomorrow that is some type of rant. I'm not sure who and what he's going to be ranting about, but I'm sure it will be amusing for all of you. I will have to catch it in the rerun due to the aforementioned family issues. Morning, Thesis. Good morning, everyone. We are quite quiet today. Yes, you are. And sorry about that, Don. I was a bit late, but I'm in here to chat now. It's appreciated. And greetings for Carl. And accountability, getting ready for Muncie event, so very little writing done. But I did edit something. Oh, do tell, good sir. Look for Donna's novella, Luck of the Irish, by the end of the year, possibly fall. Impressive. And morning, everyone. Hey, Foxy. Morning, Carl and Foxy. Hey, Foxy. We got more greetings. And don't forget to like and share, folks. Don't hate potate. Oh, I need to make that as a thing again. That is actually, this is another year where I was not able to swim at all during the entirety of the year. It blows chunks. But these things happen. Don't hate potate. I am very much in a potate mode. Hope Alec is better soon. So do I. Got woke up in the middle of the night by Hooli. She isn't feeling well today. I'm sorry to hear that. And been wondering how Alec's been doing. Sending love. Indeed. Foxy, I'm hoping for my knee to pop, but it could be weather-related arthritis too. Yeah, today was I'm breaking out the Tylenol ahead of time because I can feel the headache and the assorted joints going in agony. Poor Hooli. Hope Alec gets better soon. We all do. And good morning, everyone. Happy Friday to all. Feeling fortunate, lucky, and blessed. No loss of power and limited, if any, damage. I hope that everyone is safe, secure, and sound. So do I. I don't wish the storm on anybody else, but it looks like it might be turning to not hit us as much as it looked like it was going to for a time. Knock on plastic. Poor Alec. And hugs and love to Hooli. I hate that. Oh, I hate that, Carl. You need to pop thing. Oh, yes. Where you feel like joints need to pop. Indeed. Hypermobility peeps, you know what's going on. Chris, glad to hear you're safe. We were concerned. And good morning, all. Good morning, Grant. Good morning, Grant. And thing. To here and hi, Grant. So we got greetings, and we're getting through the greetings. And I am so sorry you had to hear it from me, Trey. Joey told me, and I did verify to make sure somebody wasn't pranking. But yes, unfortunately, apparently, Dame Maggie Smith died. And hope Alec is feeling better soon. We do too. Hey, Chris. That's too bad. And morning, Chris and Grant. And accountability, working on commission. Just need to wait for a supply that is coming in the mail today. I also wrote a little something earlier this week. And thank you for the belt that Thesis is sending me a belt that needs to retire, where at the bare minimum, I'll be able to salvage the belt buckle for some armoring projects. If the strapping is intact, I might be able to make multiple gorgets or a good start on them from, one of the big parts is just getting solid side strapping for the pattern I've been using for God. I modified Dennis Yakuza's pattern, so yeek. We're talking 25 years. I don't know how many of those things I've made. And I like that because even if I decide to make the belt out of HDPE, barrel plastic type stuff, I still need the leather for the flexibility and to have the buckle on one side. So I'm excited about that. Maggie Smith was excellent in the 1980 version of Clash of Titans as Thetis, Mother of Calibos. Yes. Hi, Blade. She's also incredible in Excalibur. I might be sharing it on Facebook, so keep a lookout later today. Excellent. And yes, Murder by Death was brilliant. Upside down morning donut. On a happier note, while in Menards, not sponsored, but much beloved, in Menards, if you're watching and you want to sponsor us, throw me a green t-shirt and some bucks, and I will help people save more money at Menards. Rest assured. Donna found a USB power brick that is also a carabiner clip. It's less than 2,000 milliamps, but it's just cool. I think that's great. Isn't it neat seeing the evolution of... Nice. Nick! Whatever do you mean? I am innocent. And she was in many things, but she was sultry and a bit catty in that role, and that's my first memory of her. That's a heck of a memory. Donna knows that I have multiple carabiners. My babies save big money at Menards. Yes, this is only $10, so I had to buy it. And Don wants to know what time she should arrive at the event on Sunday. And Carl says, we will be down at the park by noon CST. So just come by the park, Don. StreamYard has a dark mode now. Wait a second. I did not know StreamYard had a dark mode. I know it was supposed to be coming. I will be messing with that because that will save my eyes and yours in great measure. Okay, and if it's super moist, do we have alternate plans? The word does not bother me, but I can hear the agony of others. Thanks for the reminder, Nick. Yes, I shall write tomorrow, and Nick does have a bit of an idea of what I'm writing out because he was part of it. I never give spoilers, sir. Whoops. Oh, God. Check it out here, and that's the link for Thesis' show. We will work it out, even in the rain. Will you be singing in the rain? Oh, God. Yo! Okay. It's time to scan. That is the plan.
It's time to scan, that is the plan, with Carl and Dawn to catch a fawn or unicorn. We're so forlorn, we got a cap, so here's our rep. Munsey, we want to Munsey, because we want some points and funny badges with our modern cell phone gadgets. Munsey, we've got to Munsey. Download that app and help us cap, and you can play it too. Munsey is good exercise, good for your heart and for your thighs. Dawn is such a lovely lass. Come on, Dawn, get off your Munsey. We want to Munsey, because we want some points and funny badges with our modern cell phone gadgets. Munsey, we got to Munsey. Download that app and help us cap, and you can play it too.
So swing by if you're in the Danville area to the Munsey event. That will be Sunday at noon CST, the wrong time schedule. I had to say that just to make Joe nod grimly. And you have to sing at the event. Thesis has never been to a Menards. Poor Thesis. Nope, I've been to a Beals, which is good too. Don Pop, Chris's, we're just keeping by that one. I don't trust y'all. Just a small warning, the thing I wrote is a bit dark. I plan to take him. Shall we ever get to go visit again? Yes, chair. Dark thing popped up when I logged on to check on all the newness. Yes, I will definitely be checking that out, because that will save me no small amount of time. I just have to figure out where they have hid it. I don't want to highlight everything. And totally not singing along. You are all on the wrong time zone for me. It's not my fault you're over in Utah. The event starts at 2, so it will take a few hours to put out the codes. Oh, I see. Well, there we go. Roomba and Jeff, and I need I need a recording of you singing, Foxy, for the next ad. Oh, jeez. Yes, but Carl, why did you send her a red sequin dress? Anyway, now that everybody's chatting nicely, I am going to Utah. Yes, that is where the far off land that he lives in. And speaking of things that are far off.
Hello, I'm Dan Hallfield. I'm the senior editor and publisher of Abelian Webzine, the world's oldest free creative writing e-zine since 1997. Since then, we have helped over 500 amateur writers learn what they needed to turn pro. www.aphelion-webzine.com and read not only what we've got going on right now, but 28 years worth of our archives of stories. Thank you very much.
Let's see now. Now the lights flicker. Well, may the force be with you, Chris. How? I muted you, good sir. Silence. Oh, and quick note that Prime Big Deal Days, I'm not quite sure what that means, but it might save some money, is the 8th and 9th. So there you go. Again, not sponsored, but that was what was so important that it interrupted my stream. So I'm like, maybe you guys need it. I happen to have a red sequin outfit, but it's not for... And I'm just scrolling. Anyway, I wonder if Dan has power, or if he's even awake to care yet. Maybe he's sleeping in for the green room tonight. Zoinks and woohoo, Foxy. No, okay. Take a private view. Good Lord in heaven. Y'all are dirty old people, and I love you for it. But my virgin eyes with the current comment convo. I'm really not commenting on any of this. Y'all. One of my friends asked me, Nick, will you ever take up the ministry? And, would you ever consider doing something like joining a proper church and going out and, spreading the word? I informed them, oh, dear friend, I have heathens aplenty right here. And I love y'all. But y'all just aren't quite right.
From author Brian K. Morris comes a tale of irreverent holiday horror, told with much inappropriate humor. Dr. Victor Frankenstein creates the spirit of giving himself. Ho, ho, ho! Santastein, or the post-holiday Prometheus. Available at Amazon.com. Get your copy today.
Foxy says, probably as red as the outfit right now. Good. It's good for you to get a little bit of blood flow going in the morning. Anyway, and Chris says, power outages are sporadic. Some Metro Atlanta friends have power, some without. Very hit and miss. Well, I hope it just continues to miss you, sir. I like not being quite right. It's taken years to accept this about me, and I have embraced it. Rock up. I'm going to skip the next two comments because that is not news that needs to be aired. However, guys, I know, getting back into things, we are approaching spooky season, and tomorrow is the first leafy moss, the first day of leafy moss, which means folks who know and have the link, let me know. You'll go on, check things out. I will start uploading things as they finish. Of those of you who don't know, there is a folder, a secret folder, another one, Nick, yes, a secret folder that I run through my Google Docs that has sorted people's generously donated writings, ebooks and things. So that, people can have something to read over the season, as well as a copy of a few things that are out of print, etc. If you wish to donate to the folder and you're somebody who knows me, reach out over Facebook and I will get you the link. And for those of you who've forgotten it, we are bracing for my annual traditions, which involve the reading of A Night in Lonesome October by Roger Zelazny, which is best read on a day by day throughout the entire month of October. And for those who don't know, it is probably my one. If it's not my favorite fiction book, it is way up there for just a necessary annual read. And it details a potential apocalypse as dealt with by Jack the Ripper's dog, Snuff. And at some point in this lovely month, I will ask you all the all-important question, openers or closers? But, let's see. Yep, skipping that. Okay, we're going to go right. Wow. You guys are being just delightfully not, I will take Foxy's comment of, I like being not right, quite right too, Dawn. Like I said, I am where I belong. We'll put it that way. But we're jumping right that for the sanity that is the launch pad, e.g. our Canadian comrade in arms. Zach, how are you doing, good sir? Zach! It took me 30 years to accept being not normal. Now, whenever someone calls me normal or boring, I just laugh. I have been blessed to be aware of my not normalness my entire life. I have made it an art form at this point. And hey, Zach. Hey, Zach, you have power, I hope. Infinite power! Sorry, Zach is kind of on his evil overlord arc, and I'm here for it. I'm not quite right, but I can sort of fake it at times. Oh, we all have to fake it at times. And speaking of not right, there's Zach. I can when I have to, Chris. Sorry to hear that, Thesis. Anyway, hey, and Zach's greeting everybody. Never lost power or internet. We were lucky. To be honest, it was boring, huh? We get worse storms on a Tuesday. I feel it for everyone on the east side of Florida and moving north, though. Indeed. Zach, hope that you are okay and damage is limited if you have any at all. Sanity? Are you sure about that? LOL. I'm good. Functionality. Ultimate cosmic power. Itty bitty living space. That's more Joe Bachman energy right there. Because you ain't never had a friend like him. Oh, yes. Don't give me that. You know you love playing Mr. Genie. Oh, what? Did you make a wish you weren't thinking about? Granted. Ah! Your snaps are scarier than Thanos's, because Thanos's are predictable. Anyway. Zach, how many gallons of water did you get? Phenomenal cosmic power, itty bitty living space. West Side! I mean, it was a clear dark night and a clear bright moon. Warren G on the street, just trying to consume. Oh, sorry. You went West Side and my brain went way West Side. 0.02 British gallons. 1 cup of tea fell down. It's like, you want to throw it in the harbor? Have some back. Does that mean the Brits spilled the tea? Anyway. I love you, Zachy. Oh, and Zach was nice. Specified the type and amount of gallons. Yes, folks. Around here, we have British gallons, Canadian gallons, and American gallons. And whenever we need a size reference, we use Kevin for scale. We are a delightful bunch of blessed lunatics here to bring you joyful entertainment, silly shenanigans, and fiber arc goods. Oh, to answer a question about those little green rectangle guys, one that is hollow, one that isn't, in that ad. Somebody asked me that. Those are gelatinous cubes for D&D, and the hollow one is designed to envelop a miniature. The reason I don't own many of them yet is I've been politely asked by my players not to include gelatinous cubes in my dungeons, because apparently having the evil overlord have gelatinous cubes that he cast haste on is too shady for words. But I just think that the janitorial staff need the tools and equipment to keep the dungeon clean. I'm in the mood for a good dungeon crawl. I might just set one up. And let's see, love you, Zachy, and Oh, Zach was not, yes. And Nick made an error. He didn't want me to find the Chinese drama he's watching, but he gave enough information that I found it anyway. Well, of course I did. You have to understand, I've been a DM for like 30 years, bud. It is my habit to give cryptic and obscure hints to see if anyone has the courage or intellect to find it. Message me the name and I'll tell you if you have the right one or not, because there are a couple that run parallel. Kevin, for scale, I thought it was a banana. That's for small-ish scale things. Kevin is for architectural goods. You were there. That's the rest of the internet, Carl. And this is the rest of the story. No, Go King Bob. And I use more water in a shower than what we got here. Wind blew less than a little more than I do when thank you for self-constructed. And thesis, can Jeff handle hurricane cleanup, or would he need be an even more foul? It's possible. And we're joined by the lovely Willow Schuyler. Schuyler Productions sits down. Sorry I'm late, folks. We're just glad you stopped by. You always add a light of beauty and professionalism to our humble little show here. How are you doing, my dear? Reminder, badge prices for Halicon goes up soon. Spooky, spooky. Willow. Carl. Hi, Willow. Hey, Willow. Everybody's happy to see Willow. We talked about Canadian gallons and Willow shows up. I think we got counter greetings. And well, Chris, I think Jeff could handle hurricane cleanup, but he'd probably bring a few extra demonically possessed Roombas. And I don't think we could handle that. The level of Attack of the Killer Tomatoes vibes. Like right now, I'm seeing a movie that's not good enough to be an Asylum production. Think about what I just said. That is a cross between Attack of the Killer Tomatoes and Roombas. And I'm here for it, friends. I am absolutely here for it. Oh, okay. It's similar to a C drama I watched last year, but I knew it wasn't that one. Okay. It does have an English name it goes by, and if you give me the English name, I will confirm it. I seem to show up during the greatest of conversations. Well, yes, greatness calls to greatness, Willow. And, that resonance of glory and creativity is bound to pull the most amazing folks out of the woodwork. And Chris says, my birthday gift to you. Monday is the last day you can get Halicon badges before the price goes up. And hi, Donna. So whose birthday is getting a gift? Sunday, I will gain the knowledge of the universe. What will I do with it? Oh, welcome to the club. I know exactly where you're going then. Dominate your lesser beings, of course. Johnny would make a good footstool for you. Anyway, I mean, really, are you an evil overlord if you're not using people as furniture? In other news, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Glad I wasn't the only one singing that. Yes, and bonus points for the fact that Attack of the Killer Tomatoes 2 is the debut of George Clooney. There might be a part 3 of the Saga of Jeff, where he brings a small army out of the depths. On Sunday, Willow? Well, enjoy that. Absolutely, yes. Footstool. Chapter 20 is amateurish to some of the stuff I want to set up. And Chapter 20 scarred Dawn mildly for life. I don't know why. It really was not even a blip on my radar of wickedness. But, well, congratulations, Schuyler. You make 25 look young. Now, so everybody Sunday, see what Schuyler Productions is airing, and then rate her show, lots of likes and shares. And while you're here, throw a like and share at my humble program, because I'm trying to get the word out about some amazing folks. We're doing amazing things, and good folks like And let's see. Happy early birthday, Willow. And, well, my birthday will be next Thursday, but I already passed the answer to life, the universe, and everything a couple years back. Indeed. So Willow is Sunday and Chris's is Monday. Only 9 likes. Those are rookie numbers. Nick deserves double digits in likes. Well, we'll see what we can do about it. I'm just glad to have double digits in viewers. And we immediately lose somebody. Glorious. Sounds like a busy birthday week. Yeah, we should have fun. So it must have been a cold January. Yes, as frequently happens. October is one of those months where you get a lot of spicy visitations. But, whoa. Sorry, I had a button glitch. We're back. We're good. We're holding together. And I do hope you guys are staying warm and safe today. We are coming up on one of those great times because, you know, they are trying already to defrost Mariah, which I understand. So it is time for me to start a little bit of if you are thinking of shopping small, which you should, giving leeway, like starting now, saying, I have a request, I'd like it, will be much easier. And Skylar responds with, Willow Skylar does, cold January, or the overindulgence of alcohol and poor life choices. One, that is a great book title right there. You know, cold January, or the overindulgence of alcohol and poor life choices. That sounds humorous. But anything that brought you into this world, Willow, couldn't have been a truly poor life choice. So, yeah, why not both? Without Alec and Sarah, the chat is way behind. This happens. And yes, let's leave that beast frozen for a little longer. Happy New Year. If you hear a high-pitched, yes, run. She's defrosting. Well, see, I advise everyone who is in a long-term relationship and looking to get married to get hitched before then, because she's usually looking for a single male to satiate her annual hunger before she is drawn back into the icy depths, and all she wants for Christmas is you. So, I love how we've made her into a cryptid. See, that's what a cryptid is. Not going to bring that title up, that comment up, Willow. Not that I don't agree with it, but I got to be careful. And that is the right response. Almost got me to blush on my own stream. Came real close. Don't get married during football season. Oh, apparently, Chris is a member of the Holy Church of the Touchdown Dance. Okay. Considering I've known some people who wear foam cheese on their heads. But if you don't want. The accidental double entendre there is just delightful. Okay, whoo! Don't get married. Well, that is up to you. I do not judge. I am not trying to be Vice President of the United States. You're happy. Many of my favorite people are unwed cat ladies. However, that was just a joke to keep people from being devoured. Sort of like, if it's Friday the 13th, don't camp at Crystal Lake. And if you're a teenager on Halloween, stay the heck away from Haddonfield,, and anyone with the last name of Strode. But since we have a moment, let's talk about somebody who is very nice. And as we could continue to erode family, what is it? Family values in America, Admiral Akbar says it's a trap. I don't know. Oh, really, Dawn? One of these days, I'm going to write my mini script for what I see happens when the beast gets defrosted. It's the weather's miserable here. Sit down and type that out. We're in that place too, Dawn. Been together over 20 years, though. Okay, you can get married, LOL. Longer than both my siblings' marriages, and we don't hate each other. Nope. No hate, which is good. Find Cindy Koepp. There, where she is, there be dragons. The key to finding someone who will put up your weirdness with, English, I speaketh it. The key is finding someone who will put up with your weirdness for over 35 years. I'm well over 20 into mine, and I'm quite pleased. Now, mind you, I kind of went on the one and done plan, and I did my research. But to each their own. It is not my job to judge or dictate to others. It is only to provide interesting answers to unasked questions. And occasionally wander the foggy roads of a small community that I'm no longer a part of, allegedly. But that's neither here nor there. You never know. Today could be the day. Te. That is the most dismissive response I've ever heard out of Donna. No. And we're doing well, so happy. Yeah, no, there's no judgment off of me. I'm glad you're happy. Rock on. My first wife was not okay for a first wife. I understand. Thank Calvin telling secrets with some dude. I know nothing. I don't pry. Now, I will sit for some spilled tea at all points because that is one of my great character flaws. But I never pry. I just sit and offer cookies and sit quietly, and it's amazing what the world brings to my door. No, and I do always laugh when Trelana goes, yeah, Joe's pretty good for a first husband. Not Carl, you find someone who matches your weirdness. As cute as it is that you're responding to Carl on that one, I think he gets to phrase that one any way he wants. The man's got 35 years in. LOL. And Grant, your current wife is pretty cool, Carl. And I think so. We all think so. Donna could keep the mojo in the dojo. She just elects not to. Calvin decided to plop in my arm, so I just as I started to type. I get that. And thanks, Grant. See, you guys are adorable. See, the nice thing about things cooling off is it warms up when you cuddle up with the ones you love. I doubt that, but anything is possible. After all, Bobcat Goldthwait got engaged to Nikki Cox, so there might be hope for most people. I had found myself not too long ago wondering what became of Nikki Cox. I don't know how that went, but until I'm told otherwise, I find the thought of them living to their long years delightful. Yes, I know he doesn't sound like that in real life. But it's funnier to think about it that he does. It's like Pauly Shore doesn't sound like the Weasel in real life. But it's funnier to think about him doing that when he does. And Lord knows Kevin Smith doesn't sound like Silent Bob in real life. And now I have spoiled your dreams. I have crushed everything. I am just a horrific homewrecker. And there's nothing I can do but run an ad.
Which is worse, parental interference in your job or a person with a weapon when they shouldn't have one? Working security can be boring, but some conventions are a blast. Find this and all of Donna Carlene's books at lulu.com or look for her on ndcd.org.
And let's see. Love comes when you aren't looking. That's the truth. Did you know that the odds of dating a supermodel are worse than the odds of being crushed by a vending machine? Believe it or not, never was my jam. Although, if you get a chance to listen to David Bowie talking about being married to Iman, I can never pronounce her name properly. He said, if you think being married to a supermodel and having her make sandwiches for you in the morning, is good and is really nice, I just want to let you know you're right. Oh, God, he was delightful. Blessed is Bowie. So true, Thesis, and smacks you upside the head. It's a surprise. But no, not usually my jam. If they never got married, but there was hope, it was even short-lived. That's true. What's a strong man? Okay. Not sure who Emma is, but saw him at the Jukebox Comedy Club here. Met him afterwards. Good show, but was less impressed by the meet and greet. Well, everybody. Okay, thank you. It's hard being a comedian. It's hard being on all the time and pushing that energy out. I've always thought that the meet and greets at the end must be really difficult on them. Because I know when I do a big show, or especially if I've appeared in front of people live, the crash, and guys, the post-show crash can be a real thing, depending on the show and the effort, and how hard you're pushing into it. Come here. Sorry, my camera likes to walk up a little bit, but so I gotta give him some room, and thank you for that. And you don't know M? I guess you have some Googling to do. Okie dokie. And speaking of Bowie, we got shamed by a friend for not watching Labyrinth, or in my case, not watching it in years, by a friend who's never seen Beetlejuice and several other 80s movies. I will rarely see the point of the people who either shame people. Oh, you haven't watched that? That's disgusting. If you might enjoy it, cool. But I really don't like. Don't like the. Well, I've never watched that because I choose to be better. Unless there is a very valid reason, Oh, okay. And that's why I said less than impressed and not that he was bad. Oh, I didn't think he was a bad person. I have to remember that because I am a big fan of Don't Meet Your Heroes. I got to go to a meet and greet with Sven Gulli, late night horror host out of Chicago, and one of the major influences on me. And he was a jerk. He may have been having a bad night though, so I try to give wiggle room. But it was rough. And like I said, I think he was having a bad night. But that did cure me of really wanting to see most celebrity types. So take it for what it is. Not seeing Beetlejuice? What? It happens, especially if they do 2 shows in one night, and you see them after the second one. Yeah, that's going to burn out. That, a lot of people who do the big conventions, folks like Hollycon who actually get the odd celebrities. People forget they are human too. And while I do feel if they are doing a convention, it is their job to be engaging. That's technically their job because they've come out to give people an experience. But everybody gets tired. And we do need to remember just because someone is in the public eye doesn't mean they're any less human, folks. And now the meet and greet with Mick Foley. Okay, now that's Mick Foley. That's a whole nother scale of individual. I fully understand fangirling. There are several movies I've never seen and probably never will. Personal preferences. There is a thin line between personal preference and contempt prior to investigation. If you've investigated it and you genuinely do not think you'll enjoy it, and then by all means don't enjoy it. If it's something, because I know a lot of people who will say they haven't watched things deliberately to be edgy. I believe the word cringe applies there, but you're pretty aware and you are hyper focused in your interest field. So it makes sense that to have the time and energy to devote to your Chinese cultural studies is a good way of putting it. You don't have time to watch other things. I feel that way about a lot of television I didn't get into because I was either watching old British shows or sci-fis or Japanese shows or whatever. I fully get it. A lot of it's about the presentation, I think. Well, folks, about cat lunchtime. See some of you tonight. Mick. Oh, Nick Foley. Don't tempt me. You tempted me for a second. That's a level of shtick I shouldn't be pulling. If I get on to someone about not seeing something about, it's usually good-natured. And of course, usually. I missed out on seeing Foley and the Hardy Boys because I didn't want to go to yet another car show one summer. If they had told me it was going to be there. Or you buy the whole book series just to see them. Now I want to see Nick dressed up as Mankind or Dude Love. You're tapping into some old Nick joys, guilty pleasures and such. And I do have a few things that at least feel like guilty pleasures. Occasionally getting to watch professional wrestling is one of them. Some things must be experienced. That I agree, because to this day, seeing Nightwish in concert is one of those things that was mind-blowingly awesome. As was Winona Judd. I got to see Winona Judd in concert, and she was opened with Steve Azar. And yes, that's country music. I know a number of you are groaning, violently heaving into your hail pail. That's fine. I do have a luchador mask in the closet. Don't ask what it's for. There are only 2 or 3 things that one could have a luchador mask in the closet for. And it is my firm hope that you weren't defeated in the ring and publicly shamed by having your mask removed. Let's see Trans-Siberian Orchestra concert. Yes. Nope. I'm not going to give you I'll have mercy. Nope. You're not going to get it. You guys will have to work more for something like that. But we are past the hour, so I'm going to run some ads that I want to get through, and we're going to wrap this up. Thank you for being on. Thank you for being in the chat. Thank you, all you good folks across the internet that I see and don't see. Where is everybody? Thank you, the person on Twitch, and everybody on my channel. Thank you very much. We need to run ads that didn't make it yet. So let's see. What ad do I want to run? I haven't run Amy's in a minute. Alrighty. And let's see, later's all. Yeah, she sings catchy stuff and proves that the fuller figured ladies are enjoyable to see perform. She did 3 encores. It was a wedding gift for us, the tickets to the show. And then she came out and stuck her head through the curtains like, I'm actually done now. You guys can go home. Because people would leave after 1 encore, then they'd come out. It was amazing. First show rock. Second time, I'm still salty about. Seen TSO. Cool. Aerosmith and Afghan Wigs as a graduation present. Had to get up and go to school the next day. I was still deaf. It happens. OMG, I'm going to Jeff my phone today. A tour shirt from that concert. Needless to say, that shirt was bad luck. And have a great day, everyone. See some of you all later this evening. I hope to see you over on the Historical Fencing Guild channel, while we're going to talk swords and shenanigans like we do every Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern. With that, guys, keep writing, keep drawing, keep creating, because if you do, you can edit it, you can improve it, but you cannot edit a blank page. I love you, and you should too. See you soon. Toodles.